Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the show. How's everyone doing? Thank you all for being here. We're doing another collective live vibe. Tonight, we're talking about vampires. And do you have energy vampires around you currently? Let's clock the tea. Thank you all for being here. I am Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, a tarot reader, an astrologer, and a medium. You can definitely text me at 703-791-9162, or you can visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I would love to read for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight feels interesting. Spirit keeps showing me people walking away from certain conversations, feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, or like they just gave away a piece of themselves. Tonight, we're diving into whether there are energy vampires around you right now, what relationships deserve a closer look, and where your energy may be leaking without you realizing it. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Collective Live Vibe. I made sure I came on early tonight. However, I may have to do candles on live. It depends on how the live goes, or at least set up the candles. All right. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's having a fabulous morning, evening, night, whenever you're listening or watching. And let's go ahead and get into the topic. Let's get into the tea. Let's clock it. Let's sip it. And let's transmute it. How about that? How's everyone doing? Hi, AK. Hi, she is autonomous. Hi, Miss Blue Dreams. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome. I hope everyone is doing fabulous. I don't know why I'm excited for. I think I'm excited. I get excited when like vampires are involved or something like that. The vampire theme. We haven't done a vampire theme in a while, so I felt like revisiting the topic, and let's see if there's any energy vampires around us currently. All right, because we definitely know what to do with that energy. But is it even around us? Let's clock the T. Hi, Jayla. How's everyone doing? And I am doing live readings tonight. So if anyone wants a live reading, you can definitely donate via the link in the chat and or the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. All right. Hold on. There we go. The link is in the chat. I'm gonna post the link one more time. Of course, as you know, it's $30. You get a final spread, full card, or full spread, final card. And you can always come back and see what I predicted for you. And also, you can ask any question you want. Your question does not have to be specific to the topic. But I am also available for personal readings. Live readings are just the cheapest option and also the fastest option, where you get an immediate, answer, response. So it's kind of a win-win, low-key, but also personal readings can be a worthwhile investment as well. So it depends on you. Speaking of you, let's get into it. Hi, AK. How's everyone doing this morning, this evening, this night, wherever you're listening or watching? It is currently afternoon here in Virginia, so it's starting to wind down energetically here where I'm at. All right. But I wanted to get on live before it winded down too much, child. All right. Before, somebody dropped it low and couldn't pick it up. So let's go ahead and get into it. For the person watching this video right now, whether they're watching the live and or the replay, do they have energy vampires around them or an energy vampire? Give us clarity, give us insight, give us truth. She is autonomous as I'm going to a costume ball for Pride. I may go as a vampire. Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that. T. Oh, yes, it is Pride Month. So happy Pride Month, everyone, by the way. T. No shade, but pun intended, right? So happy Pride, everyone. I hope you're celebrating and being smart and making, wise decisions while also having fun and celebrating your uniqueness, nerve, talent, and charisma. Period. All right, let's get into it. Remember, I'm doing live readings, so if anyone wants to donate for a live reading, send your donations in now. There's currently no one on the list. You would be the first person on the list, and then subsequently everyone else would come after. Let's go ahead and get into it. Do you have energy vampires around you? Well, you're definitely on a trajectory of success. You're definitely on a journey, on a lane, in a lane, all on your own right now as we speak. Okay? You're building something for yourself. So if there was any time to, have energy vampires around you or to clock the energy vampire energy around you, it would definitely would be now, because you're on the cusp of something. You're on the cusp of something big or a major change, something. The nines in tarot are obviously, right before the tens. And as we know, the tens can sway either way, right? There's the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, which are fabulous cards. But then there's the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Wands, which are not so fabulous, right? That's exactly why we need to clock the T of the energy around us and be aware of the energy around us at all times as much as possible. Not saying being paranoid, but we need to be able to clock the T for the protection of our own sanity, the protection of our timelines, and the protection of our energy, our resources, right? Our energy is a resource, just like money is a resource. Clock that T, because that's important. Hi, Destiny's Child. Yes, have fun for me, Lamarr. Yeah. Oh, have fun during Pride. Child, now y'all know I am not doing anything fabulous or extravagant for Pride, honey. Now I might do a few videos or content, but I have nothing planned. Um, I might have a date. I think I have a date planned for later after the live, but that's not Pride related. That's just dating related and getting out in these streets and dating, right? So, ciao. Happy Pride, honey. All right. How's everyone doing this morning, this evening, this night, wherever you're listening or watching in the world? I hope everyone's doing fabulous. Hi, Kiana. How are you, Kiana? How was your day? I was chatting with Kiana earlier this morning. I finally got some sleep. That's why I'm just now coming live partly. I didn't get any sleep last night because my allergies were really bad. Is anyone else's allergies acting up randomly? Right now they're fine, which is like, the key cackle. Right now they are perfectly fine, no issues. But let me lay down, honey. They want to act a fool. But I hope you're doing well, Kiana. Thank you for being here. Welcome, 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 everyone. Let's continue to clock the tea. And remember, if anyone wants a live reading tonight while I am live, send your donations in. There's currently no one on the list. So you would be the first person on the list. You can ask any question you want to. You get a full spread, final card. I put your name on the screen so you can always come back and see what I predicted for you. So yeah, get your readings in. Chana, I love to brush my hair midstream. I have not brushed my hair in a while, so let me just get a brush in real quick, child. So one thing I'm interested in lately is sponsorships. Um, and I was having a conversation with another friend the other day, and my friend was saying how he could see me doing like beauty sponsorships, brushes, you know, skincare. So, child, we have to incorporate the moments in the live stream somehow, honey. Okay, it is a show all intents and purposes. But this brush does really feel good. I don't know. I don't know if you know many wooden brushes. These are literally wooden pins that can get through thick 4C Afro black hair. Like, child, this brush, it just feels so good. And if it can get through my natural hair in its natural state, it can definitely most likely get through your hair too, child. without a doubt. To be honest, it's Key Cackle. Key Cackle is my fave. Oh my god, yeah, I did teach you that. I have a lot of different phrases, and I think I'll be teaching y'all in the chat too, because y'all, I notice y'all be using it sometimes, you know, like T, like chime. I always have new phrases I'm using. All right, that felt good. Let's continue. The Hang Muse. Is there energy vampire energy around you right now? Is there an energy vampires around you? What's interesting is the Hang Muse can represent delays. It definitely can represent like having your hands tied behind your back. But the source doesn't necessarily seem to be coming from an energy vampire. But look at the eye in the background. And it's looking directly at the woman. We've talked about this before. Somebody could be pocket watching you. Somebody who may have control over your money or finances is watching you a little bit too closely. Like I feel like even when you think no one is pocket watching you, I feel like someone is pocket watching you. And it may for some of you it may be the same person that's cutting your check. Clock that T. Vampire energy can show up in many different ways. Child. Interesting. The Chariot, forward movement, connected to thoughts, forward movement, connected to the current energy. This also could be connected to communication. Surprisingly or not surprisingly, a lot of you have more people behind you and around you who martyr your success, who martyr your growth, is what I hear, who pour into you in certain ways or some ways to where they don't become energy vampires. It doesn't become vampiric energy. It doesn't become vampiric energy. That's what I hear. And this is based on conversations you have with people, conversations that are once again are enlightening, that pour into you, that feed into you, that bring wisdom to the forefront, courage, that encourage you as well. For a lot of you, this could be family, but this also could be like ancestral energy as well. Or it could be a mix between physical presence and spiritual presence, if that makes sense. And look at how, once again, like, look at how the cards fall. The cards, the way they fall also has meaning. While there is an eye watching you, or someone is watching you in some way, shape, or form, monitoring you and your resources, your investments, your energy, there's a sense of controlling or possessiveness with this card. So someone feels like they possess you or own you, low key. Clock the T. But look at this. The Chariot card is like almost like pulling from that energy. Or is it pouring into that energy? Looks like it's more so pouring into it. And what is the resources coming from to be able to pour is from, once again, ancestors, relationships that pour into you, that give you the wisdom, insight, and clarity that you need to see things as they are. And maybe to help you see potential for growth, once again, or positive change. This is why having a positive support system is important. I always tell y'all, a lot of the people in my modes, I know certain creators, and every person's situation is different, right? Um, but my moderators are all people that I have a personal relationship with, that I can, they're all generally people that I feel like I can go to and get advice from, give advice to, you know? It's important to have that energy in your life. There's a reason why people who have a lot of yes men and yes women in their life tend to not thrive or degress, right? Kiana says, amen. These are always spot on. Thank you, Kiana. Period. And also, these are people who once again, my moderators are people who I get readings from, but who also get readings from me as well behind the scenes. So, once again, it's important to have that ecosystem in your life. All right. That can remind you that, okay, this energy may be going on. And notice how the person is looking forward. There it's almost like is she aware of the energy going on behind her or behind them? Or maybe is she not? What's interesting is with the way the cards fall, she's facing this. So some of you literally may not even be aware that this is going on behind the scenes, low key, and maybe delaying things, holding you back, stalling things. Energy vampires can lurk in the shadows, shall they can be chameleons too. All right. This is why we do these readings and why we have to clock the T. So the good thing though is that there could be forward movement for a lot of you as soon as May, June, or within the next 2 to 7 days or weeks, things move forward. Specifically where there was delay with money, finances, stability, resources, your own energy as well. All right, being utilized or maybe harnessed. This is why we got to stay up on our protection. We got to stay up on our cleansings, right? We got to stay up on our readings. Like, readings are not just a luxury, readings are like maintenance. I need to do a video on that. And let me write that down. Because I kind of ate with that right there. That was T. Readings are maintenance. Let me write that down. Hold on. Mm, hold on. Okay. Sorry. Right, they help you maintain, readings do. They do. That's a big part of their purpose. Knight of Inspiration shows up facing the Chariot card. This could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer energy. But is this person an energy vampire? Hmm. Let's see. Okay. It's so funny the way like the cards, they'll have one meaning when they're facing you, but when I turn them to me, it's like, oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, pay attention to the people that show up when you're winning. When you're winning and you've got things going on and you've got success happening for you, they always show up mysteriously somehow or try to stay in your good graces. All right. Energy vampires feed on you from different parts of the body. In this case, it would be the spiritual body. Pay attention to people who you always have stomach issues around, or heart issues, or you feel like dizzy often. All right. Or like things are always upside down, topsy turvy, like the energy of you go into the situation grounded, but when you actually show up, it's like suddenly everything's topsy turvy, everything is chaos. Like you got to pay attention to the energy. All right. Once again, if anyone wants a live reading, I am available for live readings. Send your donations in now. We currently have no one on the list for live readings. It's $30. You get a full spread, final card. You can ask any question you want to. It doesn't have to be specific to the topic. And I'm also available for personal readings as well. Hold on. The fact that my allergies are so tea right now, but last night they were like, child. Y'all remember that Disney movie with Chris Tuck? Was it Chris Tucker and Brandy? Where they like went in the like person's body and it was like a whole Disney movie. What was that movie called? Because that's what last night felt like. Yes, Destiny Child, the anxious feeling. Pay attention to people who bring you that anxious feeling. That is a warning sign. That is your body, your energy, your spirit body trying to tell you and give you information. Period. Sorry, hold on. Why do I feel like someone is doing like reading, typing gestures and trying to figure out what I'm typing? Like, child, okay, let me figure out these typing sequences. Hold on, y'all. I promise I'm going to be finished in a second. Okay. Do you get any video vibes from any of the comments or just personal readings? No, I get vibes from personal comments and personal readings. I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean, Juanita? Are you saying is like, do I get a stronger vibe from a personal reading or a stronger vibe from the comments? I think it's all the same. But obviously, if you were to get a personal reading, it would be more contained. The energy wouldn't be so, maybe chaotic or less contained. So, some people, what actually happens, Juanita, hold on. All right, some people, what happens, Juanita, is some people actually will get a live reading first and then they'll end up getting a personal reading. So I always say sometimes getting the live reading is dipping your toe in to get a feel. And then, depending on the vibe, people get like personal readings. So once again, just, different options. But I am available for person or live readings and personal readings. However, once I'm done with the final reading in the show, I'm typically done and I sign off. So if no one sends in any live readings before I end, by the time I end the collective reading, then it's the end of the show. So once again, if anyone wants a live reading while I'm here, then definitely send your donations in or hold your peace until next time or get a personal reading. All right. But thank you, Juanita, for that question. The Hierophant. Do you have any energy vampires around you connected to purpose, self expression, your little energy? It does kind of feel like someone may be pulling on your energy, but the Hierophant represents like less literally being around you physically and like trying to drain your energy, whether consciously or subconsciously. It feels more so like maybe not even physically around you, but trying to pull on your energy. Maybe in a different state, country, city, town, and trying to pull on your energy. For some of you, this could be someone trying to bring karma or resolution to a situation between you and them. Or it's like a battlefield, like two out of three, best, 10 out of 10. It's like when does it stop? You know? So I definitely would say someone is pulling on your energy. Even if they're getting readings on you or reading on you directly. Okay? Let me go close my blinds, y'all. Hold on. But Juanita, I get a vibe from you specifically that you're definitely considering getting something. I feel like you definitely need clarity if we're clocking a T of some sort. But continuing on with the collective, the Muse of Voices shows up, connected to self improvement. Once again, for the collective, you're on a journey of self improvement. You're on a journey of growth. And naturally, that's going to attract people or persons who want to deter you from that, or negatively affect your trajectory. But some of you are about to walk into a new opportunity. Some of you are about to walk into a new path, a new journey, possibly connected to your work, your job. Once again, your routines, your sense of self improvement, your health. Everything is kind of clicking together or coming together for a lot of you around August or September. So even though you definitely have at least one, potentially one energy vampire around you of some sort, they're not really like affecting you too much or stunting your growth as much as you would think. Is it annoying? Yes, but it's not stopping your growth. It's not stopping what's meant for you. All right. Which is, I think, is really important for a lot of people to hear. Osmosis Jones. That was the movie. That was me last night. Osmosis Jones, show. I don't know what happened. I didn't eat any. I didn't eat anything. I didn't like. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, I finally got to nap earlier today, so I'm well rested now. But spring summer allergies, shall, are not fun. Seven of Inspiration shows up. Connected to one-on-one relationships. Do you have energy vampires around you? Seven is a number of hidden energy, hidden enemies energy. So this is quite interesting. Once again, you do have energy vampires in the form of seemingly invisible ones, meaning that they're never there when they should be. They're never showing up and forcing you to do all the work, forcing you to put in all the effort or the energy, or to keep things going or keep things afloat or to keep things from crumpling inward. That is a form of energy vampirism. Using your energy, meaning you do all the work, but they get the credit. That's a form of energy vampire. That's a form of some form. That is a form of some sort of energy vampire. Apparently, there's different varying degrees and levels of energy vampires, which is also not surprising, right? This is more stealth level. You're the one that keeps the glue together. But other people, when it comes to them doing their part, they rely on your energy. They rely on your effort. Clock the T. Ooh, child, this is kind of like, I don't know why that made me feel something a little bit. Did anyone else feel that? Like, I don't know. That made me feel some. I don't know if that made me feel a little pang of anger or like, ooh, like. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Someone is relying on you to do all the work, or there are people around you relying on you to do all the work, therefore using your energy and conserving theirs to do what exactly? Exactly. Energy vampire. This could be boss. This could be sibling, family, cousin, parents. This could be lover, friend. This could show up in many different forms. This could be child, parent. All right. Student, teacher, client, professional, right? Whatever it is, they're relying on you to do the work. And the key cackle is, the fact is that is a form of energy vampirism. Whether they mean it intentionally or not, they're sucking your energy dry, and that is not fair to you. Period. Interesting. Ooh, this reading is activating me, y'all. Is this reading activating anyone else? Because for some reason, like, ooh. Hi, Mama Travels. How's everyone doing tonight? Interesting. This is an interesting reading, y'all. All right, hold on. Y'all know I multitask. I do multiple things at once. Remember, last call for live readings. If anyone wants a live reading before I sign off for the night, send your donations in. I was doing personal. Ooh, I was doing personal readings earlier, but personal recorded readings. Let me check if this video is uploaded finally. Oh my god, I don't know what's up with Google Drive, but I had a client purchase an hour-long video recorded reading, and I recorded the video. How long ago did I record the video? I recorded the video 3 or 4 hours ago, and it's still uploading. I'm so upset because I wanted to send the reading before I came live, but sometimes technology just is shady. They become the energy vampires. Because where's all this energy coming from and going to? 3 hours? Anyway, to upload a 4 GB video, which seems like a lot, but is it really a lot? I don't know. This is a pretty expensive computer, right? And I'm just saying. Anyways. Hi, Adam. How are you? Mocha Campbell says, hey, Lamarr, that resonates with me. Going through it at work, and tomorrow I'm resigning. They have no idea. Ooh. Maybe that's why I was feeling something, because I don't know why that just made me feel something. Not you resigning, child. You have really had it. But good for you. Once again, good for you, especially if they've been utilizing your energy without formally compensating or reciprocating. Clock the T, Mocha, and everyone else. All right. Tawanda says they just janky with it. I had to block some friends a few years ago because of that. Right, Tawanda? Like, the reciprocation is off. Adam says, Spirit gave me a thing today. It told me sometimes when someone tells you you are okay, they just want you to be okay with it. If you're feeling that, you are not okay. Dang, Adam. That was kind of deep. You kind of ate with that. But I could see that. Because if I don't feel okay, what I don't want to hear is someone telling me I'm okay. So that makes a lot of sense, Adam. YouTube be taking forever to wonder. Oh, did you just get a notification? Yeah, YouTube's been shady. And I've noticed or heard that if you upload too many videos at once, YouTube will like not notify. However, I've noticed that over the past few days I've been going live frequently, and I'm pretty sure YouTube sent a notification almost each time. So I don't know. Maybe it's channel, specific. But yeah, YouTube can be shady nonetheless. So we love you, YouTube. See, we can be shady too. All right, you guys, give me a second. I'll be right back. Once again, if someone wants to send a donation in while I am live, all right. Ooh. If someone wants to send a donation in while I'm live, this is why you got to be careful multitasking, because that one had an address in it. That's not good on YouTube. All right. By the way, it was my address. Just saying. I'm not doxing anyone. Yes, I got a new job. They were draining you. Congratulations on your new job, Mocha. That's really, really good. I'm glad you got a new job before you quit or before you're resigning. That means tomorrow, child, you're gonna feel extra like tea. When you put in that resignation letter, like, you better look fierce. You better give it everything. You better give it the walk of the runway. Like, it's a moment, honey. Now, once again, if you would like to donate for a live reading while I'm here, you can send your donation in via the link in the chat or the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. Get your reading while I'm here. Once I sign off, once I'm done with the readings, I'm done. But I am available for personal readings as well and candles. All right. Give me a second. I'll be right back. God. They be taking forever to upload videos. Yeah, YouTube does take forever to upload videos. That's why I like going live lately. Great topic, says Ladybug Bell. Thank you. Oh, hold on, Fonzie. Come here, Fonzie. Come here, Tauntaun. Fonzie B. Come here, Fonzie B. Come here. Come here. Come here. Nah. Come here, Tauntaun Lily. Come here, Tauntaun. This is Fonzie B. Fonzie B. Oh my God, here he goes, y'all. All right. Why can't you just be like a baby? Like, you gotta always steal the moment. You're such a Scorpio. Fonzie. I've been putting not interested. Adam says he's been putting not interested on some YouTube videos. The shade. And it keeps showing you them. That part. Like, oh, I'm buffering, Kiana. Ciao. YouTube is shady sometimes. Yes, Mocha. I hope you like your new job much better. I'm sure you will. All right. All right, Fonzie. I think sometimes Fonzie just likes to soak up the energy, Loki. Like I think Fonzie has FOMO sometimes. Yeah, yeah. See? Look at him. Oh my God. You and this tail. All right, Tauntaun, you had your moment. Moving on. Mm-hmm. All right, we're done. Thank you. Give Fonzie a clap, y'all. Yes. See, he loves the applause. Look at it. Look at him. All right, Fonzie. Tens across the board. Thank you so much. Okay, Fonzie. Have a good night. Yes. Thank you so much, Fonzie. Oh, my Lord. All right, let's get back to the reading. Okay. Page of material shows up facing the seven of inspiration. Yeah, like the energy comes across as people low key utilize your energy in the form of you doing all the work, but you end up depleted. You end up depleted energetically. You end up depleted motivationally. You end up depleted resourcefully in terms of your literal energy or your money, your resources. Some of y'all are like spending literal money and resources on people, places, and things that are not pouring back into you, that are not reciprocating the way they need to. And for a lot of you, you don't realize it until the last moment or until everything is done, or like it's like the energy of going on vacation with a lot of people, and you know the energy of people who go on vacation and don't bring their money. Oh, I forgot my wallet. Dang girl, I spent all my money. You know how it can be, right? It's the energy of that, and you have to pay for everyone, but you end up coming back home from the vacation like this. Like, dang, now I got to work extra hard to replenish what I spent, what I invested, what I put in, right? Energy vampires. Y'all have to remember money is an energy. Love is an energy. All right? Affection is an energy. Attention is an energy. And some people, I had to clock fatigue as well. Some people need this or need to be in this position to feel that or to feel safe feeling that. Clock the T. But the reality is, it's not safe. It's not safe for you. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you stagnated. Mm. I'm seeing some of you like spending a lot of money on. I don't know why I'm seeing someone spending a lot of money on someone's birthday or someone's child's birthday. Cuz that's just who you are. But the way you could be pouring that energy into yourself, really, or to maybe who people who better deserve it, including certain loved ones around you. Just saying, there's no moral right or wrong here, but there's a where are you directing your energy, right? And is it pouring back into you? Are you getting back what you're pouring in? Right, Tawanda? Dang. Ooh, child. This is really enlightening, but enlightening in a good way. This is also the spread of, or this is also the card of needing to break certain patterns, needing to break certain ways of being that have been maybe comfortable for you, but that are actually not healthy. Let's clock that T right there. Because a lot of times, or sometimes, right, what's comfortable for you is not necessarily healthy for you. I mean, let's break it down to the common denominator, right? But the least dramatic thing, for a lot of people, a bag of chips feels good, it's comforting, but it's not really healthy, you know. In an emotional moment, you eat a whole bag of chips, you might wake up the next morning not actually feeling so great, right? But your intention in the moment was to feel good. This can be the effect of being too much in the moment. While you do all the work in the moment, everyone else is projecting onto, the future and the past. And meanwhile, you're stuck here, keeping everything together, keeping everything afloat. It's not healthy. It's not conducive to your future. All right. Your potential, your purpose. We got to keep it real. As hard as it is with this card, because it can be hard to let go. And I'm not saying let go overnight, but I'm saying at least realize, at least clock fatigue. Okay? No shade. Truly no shade. It's all love on this channel, but we have to clock fatigue and be honest with ourselves and with each other. Right? It's just how we are. That's how growth happens, right? Not saying there is any right or wrong either, by the way. You know? But there just needs to be an awareness. Are you getting back what you're putting in? All right, y'all. Last call for live readings. Once again, if anyone has any live readings you want to send in, donate before I sign off for the night. You can definitely send your donations in for live readings. It is $30. You get a full spread, final card, and you can always come back and see what I predicted for you. But hold on. Actually, give me a second. And you can ask any question you want to. Your question does not have to be specific to the topic of the video. Oh crap! I didn't want to post that. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's why I did that. My bad. All right, let's try that one more time. All right. I put that on my mama. Tawanda says, Tawanda, what's that about? Are you clocking tea? Some tea, Tawanda? Y'all know Tawanda be clocking the tea. All right, hold on. All right. All right, y'all. We are pretty much almost done with live or the collective reading. So get your live readings in the next 5 minutes, or I'll catch you in a personal reading. I love y'all. All right, let's continue. Because this reading is tea. I'm not going to lie. For materials. Interesting. For materials does show up connected to, do you have an energy vampire around you? For materials is connected to your freedom, your sense of expansion, optimism. What's this card facing? Facing the four of voices, which could be connected to your memories, actually. Once again, some of you may have dropped the link. Oh, hi, am I? Yes, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading before I sign off, I'm gonna drop the link one more time. See, I keep dropping the link and it's the wrong link. I'm so glad I'm like not so trigger happy. Cause I'm low key like setting up a date with, my boo, but also connecting with y'all. That's what I love about modern day computers. The fact that we can text each other on computers these days via WhatsApp, whatever, like iMessage, whatever. And like multitask and do other things at the same time is just amazing. Anyways. But the link is in the chat if you want a live reading. I'm still here. I'm not rushing off, child. If you want a live reading, send your donation in. You can send it via the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen, or you can send it via the link in the chat. Please put your question with your donation, and you can ask any question you want to, whether it's about love, health, um, future, past, present, money, career, you know, your higher self, spiritual questions. All right. There is no rule. Well, there are certain rules, but there are no extreme rules over here. All right. You pay the money, you get to pretty much ask any question you want. All right. But once again, for the collective, in terms of is there energy vampires around you, I feel like there's someone from your past that could still be pulling on your energy that hasn't let you go. But I also kind of feel like there's a part of you that hasn't let them go. And I say that because, there's the energy of this person's relaxing and reflecting. But look at this person here in the shadows right here, still affecting them, whether they realize it or not, once again. And look at them, notice the motifs. Notice the motifs here. For some of you, you have someone, an energy vampire around you, and you don't even realize it because you're not even focused on them. You're not even looking in their direction. Clock the T. This is why we do these readings. Because we think we're good. We think there's nothing we need to worry about or look for, but the cards clock the T every time. Period. All right? Some of you have someone, an energy vampire lurking in the shadows in your life. I have to be honest with you. That's been part of the issue. Have you felt this? Have you sensed this? Have you maybe always known that there's been an energy vampire that's never been able to let go of a grudge, maybe of some sort? Meaning you had the life that they wanted or they felt like they deserved? Or you had elements in your life that they felt like they deserved? Interesting. Child, don't judge me, honey. Okay. I mean, you can judge me, but that's exactly why I just said that to Wanda, because I knew Tawanda was judging me in the background. So Wanda said that was just me responding to you earlier this time. I knew, I felt it, child. All right, honey, listen, we got to make things happen the way we can, child. All right. Ooh, eight of um inspiration is facing the four of voices. Eight of inspiration shows up connected to social networks. Someone is still angry about something. Someone is still upset about something. Someone still wants to see you like fail, fall, get like they still want retribution. They still want like answers or a resolution. I didn't feel like I got my full fill. I want more. Like there's something there. Like it could also be even a little bit obsessive where it's like they want more from you in the sense of like romance, sexually. Like and once again, an energy vampires come in many different forms. All right. A lot of you have an energy vampire around you in the form of they can't let go. They can't let the grudge go. They can't move on. Right? Mm. All right, last card. Ten of Voices. No, Spirit. No, no, no. Not Spirit. Basically confirming that there is some form of energy vampirism around you. You do have an energy vampire around you. Ten of Voices is quite literally being affected by energy. Quite literally being affected by hidden enemy energy in particular. A lot of you have hidden energy vampires around you. Dang. Yes, Tawanda, I am setting up a date. I love Tawanda. Um, Ten of Voices can be an abrupt ending. Ten of Voices can be a grading experience, right? Oh, someone donated for a live reading. Thank you to whoever just donated. Thank you, Jennifer. Ten of Voices can be karma. Ten of Voices can be generational curses, generational trauma as well. Ooh, oh, ooh. Okay. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. I've never even heard that before, but that makes sense, Spirit. But that's sad. Why do I low key want to cry and get emotional? No, we're not doing that right now, Spirit. We're not getting emotional. Okay. I know we watched Grogu Star Wars a few days ago. Okay. We are not about to pull on that energy because why am I getting low key emotional? Some of you low key have energy vampires in your family lineage. It's low key embedded in your family lineage. That's the curse, or that's part of the curse. That's part of the trauma. I didn't succeed. I didn't do well in life. I had to suffer this, so you have to suffer with it too. You have to, go through it too. The energy vampires are in your own family lineage. Dang. Dang. But the good thing is with the Ten of Voices is that you can heal it. Thank you, and Anato. Thank you, Anato. I got you. We're about to get to your question right now. The good thing though is that you can heal it. But some of you are carrying that trauma with you, where the true enemies, the true energy vampires, are in your own damn family, your own damn lineage, going back to childhood. Jealous aunts and aunties and uncles, jealous older siblings, jealous parents. Like, oh, that's sad. Let's get the final card, Chow. Dang. Final card for the collective. And then we're going to get to your question, Anato. And if anyone else wants to send a donation in for live readings before I sign off, get your donations in, child, before I sign off. All right. Soak up this energy because, child, Spirit is spilling tea right now, as always. But this reading is just hitting different, like in a soul calling kind of way. Um, be open to success, number 7. Interesting. I know the cards are beat up, child. I've had these cards for many years. All right. Let's read. Be open to success. Look at all the wonderful things you can do when you listen to your divine guidance. You've balanced so many different priorities and have come out a winner. There will be a lot of recognition and praise headed your way, but don't be shy. Allow others to shower you with the gratitude you deserve. Interesting. Notice that number 7 showing up again. Once again, the number 7 is what we're aware of, but what we're also not aware of. Look at the woman in the background. I mean, this little boy or whoever, little man, whatever he is, like, is just so giddy. Oh, he's almost running over the geese, not paying attention to what's going on in the background. I feel like this is symbolic of the dynamic energy between a lot of people in this chat, a lot of people in this room, and the energy vampires in your life. This is why we do cleansing candles. This is why we do protection. This is why we create our ancestor altars. Because there are energies that are seen and unseen. All right. Whew. That was heavy. I feel like that was heavy. I feel like I gotta light. I gotta light something or maybe spray. Let me spray something real quick. That felt good. That was exactly what I needed. Hi, Chikia. How are you? Tawanda says you got to bind some of them where they won't leave you alone, child. That part. That part, Tawanda. You are speaking a word, child. All right, let's get to Anato's question. Thank you for your donation. And once again, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat. I'm posting the link one more time. Or you can donate via the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. All right. Let me cleanse the cards. Thank you for cleansing, clearing the energy. Please text me past reading in Jesus' name. I pray and thank you. Amen, amen, and amen. All right, I just posted the link one more time in the chat. So if anyone wants to donate for a live reading while I'm here, send your donations in now. All right, we're going to get to Anato's question now. Thank you for your donation, Anato, and let's see what we've got going on. Is anyone excited for the new scary movie, the Scary Movie 6? To me it kind of looks corny, to be honest. Um I have a date or some dates lined up, no shade. Um and yeah, I don't know if Scary Movie would be a good date movie. I don't know. Anyways, um let's see. Let's get to Anato's question. Is anyone going to go see Scary Movie this weekend? Let me know. Maybe we're running to each other, child. Let's get to Jennifer's question and see what Jennifer wants to know. Oh shit. Girl, like what? Oh, all right, my bad. Hold on. Oh my god, now me texting the wrong number. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Hmm. All right. Tawanda. Hold on, y'all. Someone just messaged me for a reading. Why is everyone messaging me right now? All right. Tawanda says, I remember an occultist had to remove her grandfather's pictures from her altar because he was taking and not giving. Ooh, dang. That makes sense, though. That makes sense, Tawanda. I could see that. You gotta be careful who y'all put on the altars, child. All right. Not everyone deserves to be on the altar. Anna Anna 2, who's the question we're doing right now, says, "Well, I'm fortunate." Oh wait, hold on. Did I miss something? My question is, what does Spirit have to say about what is the best direction for me to move forward in launching my own online business to build long-term wealth? Period. Khadijah says, "You predicted me having a tower moment with an ex from a collective. I had to come to tell you that." Thank you, Khadijah. I hope everything turned out okay. I'm sorry to hear about that with you and your ex, though. But thank you for letting me know I predicted it, child. I always tell y'all the cards never lie. All right. Um. Uh. Anna 2 says, "Well, I'm fortunate or grateful that I have, by most standards, a decent job that I've been in for 5 years. I'm not fulfilled in being fully valued at my current place of work for all the contributions I've made. For now, I'm surviving, but I feel like I'm meant to accomplish more and move further along. Doing my business is what I feel led to do, period." It sounds like the type of movie you'd laugh at, right? Right, Tawanda. Thank you, Lamarr. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it and see what's going on with Anna 2. And once again, if anyone wants to send any last questions, last minute donations for live readings, send your questions in before I sign off for the night. Anna 2's question is, what does Spirit have to say to Anna 2 about what is the best direction for Anna 2 to move forward in launching their own online business to build long-term wealth? What message does Spirit Anna 2 spirits, angels, ancestors, and protectors have for Anna 2 002 about how to move forward in launching their own online business to build long-term wealth? That kind of is the way to go. No shade. Being online, being chronically online can get you paid, child. Glock Petit. Not saying you would be chronically online, Anna 2, but part of having an online business is kind of requiring you to be chronically online to some degree. Maybe depending on what type of business you choose, though. All right, let's see what cards you get. You're welcome, Anna 2. Ooh, the Sun card shows up, Anna 2. Um, the Sun card showing up in this position says move forward. This is a thought, this is a concept, this is a business idea that you've been divinely led to. This is a divinely inspired business idea for you specifically, Anna 2002, and the end to more new beginnings, more doors opening for you. So this child is real, real good. All right. Four voices shows up, connected to money, investments, finances, resources. Once again, the question is, does this business have the potential to bring you wealth? What message do your ancestors have for you about pursuing this to build long term wealth? It's going to require strategy. It's not necessarily a linear trajectory for you in this business. I feel like it's going to require refinement. It's going to require working out the kinks. All right. It's going to require unexpected changes that arise up for you to figure out on the spot almost. Like that's how the energy comes across. So while there is potential for big success here, it's not necessarily going to come easy or fall in your lap, right? It's going to require strategy. It's going to require knowing what you want in particular, all right? All right. Oh wait, Khadijah says because you're the most accurate reader, like 98% prediction rate. Period. It's okay now. Sings Mariah Carey. It's a rap. Ooh, is that a new Mariah Carey song? Because I don't know that one. But thank you. I would say yeah. My prediction rate is high, child. Yeah, I'd definitely be predicting it. So for sure. Once again, if you want a live reading, child, get your live readings. Khadijah is coming in and validating the tea, the fact that the cards, the spirits over here never lie. If you want the real tea, if you want the real deal, if you want accurate information, once again, send your donations in for a live reading or invest in a personal reading. All right. Sorry, I'm having to multitask. Um, and not to, but I got you, girl. We gonna finish out this reading strong, honey. Okay. Period. Ladybug Bell says watching the replay, but energy vampires on my family resonates. Yeah, a lot of times that's it for people. Night of Inspiration shows up for you, Anatu. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini energy facing the Four of Inspiration. The Four of Voices, I mean. Mm, this is what I hear, Anatu. You need to be really good at like refining your ideas, writing down your ideas before someone else gets to them. Because the way Spirit is showing me, it's like you have the makeup, you have the sauce. But if you aren't willing to mix the ingredients and, you know, whip up the magic, then it's almost like Spirit, God is going to give the idea to someone else, right? Which is going to light a fire under your booty even more, and be like, wait a minute, that was my idea first. You know how that can be, child. So it's like Spirit is saying, get on top of it, get on it. You need a notebook where you write things down or something like that. All right. Night of Emotion shows up. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Connected to emotions, family, home energy. Facing away from the Night of Inspirations, which is interesting. But of course, this could be one of these could be your energy, Anatu. One of these this one would be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This would be fire or Gemini energy. But they're facing different directions, which is interesting once again. I was thinking a type of AI business. Got it. Okay. Interesting. What I would say, get on top of it before someone else does, but also don't tell anyone. Don't tell everyone exactly what it is, right? Once again. The Wheel of Fortune shows up connected to confidence, purpose, self-expression, energy, zest for life. I think you have what it takes to push this business idea forward, Anatu. I also feel like there's purpose involved in this energy with you. All right? You have purpose connected to this business idea or creating your own business. You're stepping into your purpose by moving in this direction, this specific direction. All right? This is what your ancestors, your spirit guides are saying. All right? Why do our fur babies have four names? I don't know. I know they, child, they have so many nicknames, especially cats, but dogs too. How many cats do you have? Am I? How many what pets do you have? Hi, Native More. Anatu, Eight of Voices shows up. Anxiety, worries, fears, something dealing with timing. Once again, this definitely could deal with or be associated with you leaving your current job or you um slowly backing away from your current job and pouring all your energy and time into your own thing. Especially if this is all you've been used to is being on someone else's time. That's really what it is. Spirit's clocking the T. It's about being on someone else's time versus being on your own time. And that may be a nod to the little bit of a difficult switch for you. Not saying that you won't be able to make it, but it's different running your own business than it is helping to run someone else's, right? There's going to be learning curves along the way. Nine of Voices, like, how to. A lot of business owners will work 24 hours a day, 12 hours a day, no sleep, but that's not healthy. Let's clock the T, right? So finding that balance may not be necessarily difficult for you and not to from the cards I'm seeing, but it may be a learning curve, right? Your old job, maybe you went to bed at 6. With this new venture you're embarking on, that's not the case. So what time do you go to sleep? What time do you wake up? It's giving that energy. Does that make sense, Anatu? Anatu says good stuff. Yes, yes. Three of emotion shows up, connected to change, transformations, letting go, moving on. This is having a support system. Interesting. This is having your a team almost, maybe. Um it's interesting though because I'm wondering, like, this all seems to be happening kind of fast, maybe. Unless you already have a team you're thinking of in place, maybe with this new business. But it's something you embark on for yourself, by yourself. But I see bringing other people on board in some way, even if some people are literally a sounding board, you know. Whether they're paid or not, or whether they're initially paid or not, it's like there's something with that. Like, be open to a team. Doesn't have to be a large team, it can be a small team, but be open to an eventual team. It's the number 3, so I would say maybe at least within the first 3 years of your business being in operation. All right, whatever that looks like. And sometimes the team can be AI. AI can quite literally be a part of a team in this day and age. Clock the T. All right. All right. Last call for live readings, y'all. Last call for live readings. We're about to finish the Inatu's live reading. So once I'm finished with the last live reading, I'm signing off for the night. So y'all get y'all live readings in, get your questions in. Remember, you can ask any question you want to before I sign off for the night. You're a Gemini. You just had a birthday on May 26th. Happy birthday, Anatu. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Anatu. Happy birthday to ya. Period. Yes, Anatu. You don't have to tell us how old you are, child, but happy birthday, honey. All right, let's continue. Ooh, the magician card. Interesting. Once again, there's purpose here for you, Anatu, like in this business. This business that you're going to start embarking on is definitely involving freedom, expansion, optimism. There's real true potential here. I would put spiritual energy behind this. I mean, if I were you, I would start lighting money candles, um, open roads candles. All right, protection candles on the business idea itself as well. I don't know why I just heard transformation candles. That's interesting. I've never heard that one before. Transformation candles. Maybe that's something specific to you as well, not to. Transformation candles, I hear. Okay. Also, Anatu, I want to say that this energy shows up around November, December. So there could be something that happens around November, December, as well as March, April of the new year of 2027. And I'm going to stick to that. And you can come back and see what I predicted for you in particular with those dates. So definitely keep me updated once again. Or I'll be even more specific within the next maybe probably 1 to 9 weeks or 1 to 9 months as well. All right. I can multitask, child. I got a lot going on, but I'm definitely not gonna abandon y'all and when y'all need clarity and insight and tea, honey. All right, let's continue. Six of materials connected to your career, your professional destiny. There's something here for you, Anatu. And it kind of reminds me, I'm gonna give you a good example, Anatu. It reminds me of when I was in college and I initially went into college to study business. And then halfway through, I realized that's not me. And I changed my major to something more artistic, which is very me, creative advertising. And I ended up graduating with a creative advertising degree. However, I knew that I probably wouldn't want to work in corporate America, a corporate environment. I knew I wasn't the best employee when it comes to helping someone else build their business. But I knew that there was something with YouTube. There was something that drew me to YouTube and creating YouTube content and YouTube videos and talking about astrology and zodiac and doing readings. And from me pursuing that calling, all right, I was able to create a business for myself that ended up being able to help sustain myself through a whole pandemic that I could have never predicted happening. Although maybe I could have, honestly, but you get what I'm saying, right? There's no way when I graduated in 2016 with a degree in college, and instead of me using that degree in college in 2016, remember, this is 10 years ago, things were way different then. The job market was different then. Taking my degree and applying to jobs, right? But there was something in me that said, no, do YouTube, post content, do social media. And I followed that calling. And today I'm so grateful I followed that calling because who knows what would have happened or how many jobs I would have been fired from, what is it, laid off from, and had to keep applying, to find something new. That's the benefit of heeding your calling, especially when there's true potential for it to be something big. Makes sense. I don't like to wake up early and I love to get my rest. I know that's right. I'm not to. Period. But sometimes owning your own business does mean waking up early. Clock with T. Eight of Inspiration shows up facing the Six of Inspiration card, facing the Magician card. I think when you're building this energy, when you're feeding this energy and you're waking up and working towards this, you move faster. You move more enthrallingly. You move more happily, passionately, right? I think creating your own business is part of your purpose. I'm going to stick to that. All right? And your last card, interestingly enough, is the Ten of Voices. All right. So this definitely represents the energy that there's certain things about your trajectory as a business owner that may not be all the way comfortable, right? But that's a part of the process, learning curves as you go, right? There are still learning curves I have today, 10 years later, as a business owner that I'm still refining and perfecting and not beating myself up about anymore, by the way. Because can also be the energy of beating yourself up. Clock the T. All right. And I've learned the hard way that that does not help the situation at all. All right. Ooh, that reading activated me a little bit too, Anatu, just like the collective reading. That was a really good one for you. I'm excited for you. Keep me updated. I mean, the Sun card, right as the first card, child, was T right off the bat. So the progression did not surprise me. I could definitely see a team down the road for sure. Yes, I feel like maybe like a small team, nothing crazy. Initially at least. Who knows what it could grow into. But having a small team is not a bad thing. Even if one of the members is AI or robotic or technological, it's still a member of the team, right? It still keeps the wheel going. So it's still a cog in the machine. So having a team in this day and age could mean many different variations of things. That's the beauty and the curse, no shade. But anyways, we're talking about the beauty in this reading, okay? Let's get your final card, Anatu, because there's so many people that go down for AI and making AI art, and oh my god, I can't believe you used AI. Mind you, I be using AI, for these thumbnails and stuff, but I do it in such a way where it's a theme. Like once again, I think you have to know how to use AI. Like I don't use it to the AI in this case over here is not the art. It's a part of creating the atmosphere for the art. Like I guess it's how you use AI, which may be important for you as well or not too, because you said you wanted to create an AI business. Ooh, see, someone else donated for a live reading. Thank you to else just donated for a live reading. Y'all know I just be going on these tangents, child. I just be spilling the tea, honey. All right, let's get your final card on too. 39 is the magic number. Ooh, I like that. You're welcome. Interesting. 39. Okay. Period. Let's take this card. Six of action. It says, what a wonderful experience for you. Your project is a total success, bringing awards, promotions, or other recognition for your efforts. Well done. If someone who can help you offers assistance, know that this person is heaven sent and say yes. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. Jesus' numbers is 33 actually. So 39 is quite interesting that you chose that number. But child, once again, it's speaking of assistance. So once again, teamwork makes the dream work, child. All right. All right, Anatu, thank you for your donation. That was really good. All right. No, Fonzie. No. No. Okay. Hold on. Don't make me get the spray. Let me keep the spray right here just in case. Hold on. Uh huh. Uh huh. Don't worry. Uh huh. You gotta keep the spray, child. All right. Lyric. I think that was MI. Yes, definitely keep me posted on that too. I think that MI. Is that you, Lyric? Let's see what Lyric's question is. All right, let's cleanse the cards real quick. All right. Let's get to Lyric's question. I'll be right back. Let me go clear my nose real quick, you guys. Baby, why don't you just sit in the middle? All right, I'll be right back. Baby, why don't you just sit me in the middle? Why don't you just sit me in the middle? All right, let's get to Lyric's question. Anatu says, my degree is in communications and I'm a credit risk analyst. Ooh, period. I need to reach out to you, Anatu, chow. I got some tea to talk about. Speaking of credit analysts, honey, no shade. Right? Some of us are trying to elevate and buy a home, honey, all right, and things of that nature. So credit analysts are really important. Thank you for cleansing, clearing energy, because Dr. We pass reading Jesus name. I pray and thank you. I think I cleansed the cards already, but child, it's okay. I'm cleansing them a second time. Let's get into it. AI is cool if you utilize it right. Exactly, Tawanda. That part. As long as you utilize it right, AI can definitely be a tool and an asset for sure. I believe that. All right, let's get to Lyric's question, which is, what does Spirit want me to know right now? Okay, let's get into the tea. What does Spirit want Lyric to know right now? Thank you for providing us clarity, insight, honesty, and truth. What message do Lyric's angels, ancestors, and protectors have to tell Lyric as to what does Lyric need to know right now? Okay, we're having a lot of cards fall out. Too many cards to pull them directly, but I'm sure some of them will show up in the spread itself. So give us clarity and insight, Spirit. What does Lyric need to know right now? Give us the tea. Five of Inspiration shows up. What does Lyric need to know right now? Five of Inspiration tells me you're looking for an answer. You're looking for some sort of answer right now, Lyric, that you may not necessarily, you're not meant to know. You're not meant to deconstruct. You're not meant to decode. All right? The answer will come in due time is what I'm getting. And it feels like the part of the question is, why am I here? Like I'm literally hearing that. Why am I here? So maybe that's literally what you're asking, lyric, or that's part of the root of what you're asking. I get the ace of materials connected to money, finances, investment, stability. This is a contract. This is money. This is resources. All right. This is an offer of some sort. This is a great deal. Could show up around April or May, which has passed. So this could be by this time next year. Definitely could be maybe within the next 1 to 2 weeks, 1 to 2 days, 1 to 2 months. An offer is coming through. All right. And then facing that is the Fool card. Ooh, the Fool card shows up more so around this time frame, which would be June, May, June. We're currently in June. So this definitely could be within the next also 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. All right. A new opportunity opens itself up for you, lyric. The Fool card is about trusting your gut instincts. Once again, heeding an inner calling of some sort. So this may also be an opportunity that you're divinely led to, lyric. That's divinely coded for you specifically. All right. Speaking of coding and decoding, coding and decoding, right? AI is a resource for refinement. Exactly, Anatu. I love that. I love that you said that. That was tea. You ate with that. AI is a resource for refinement. I really love that. That was really good. I like that. I enjoyed my reading. I'm glad you did, Anatu. And if anyone wants to elaborate, once again, I'm available for personal readings as well. Six of Inspiration shows up for you, lyric, facing the Fool card. Once again, I feel like this is a string of successful energy. This shows up around June, July. I feel like summertime is a glow up time for you, lyric. Summertime is a glow up time for you. Period. It's definitely a glow up time in terms of money, finances, elevating your thoughts, elevating your ideas, elevating your perspective, elevating your emotional capacity, your sense of emotional vulnerability and emotional safety. You're elevating this summer. Period. Muse of Inspiration shows up. Fast movement shows up for you also, lyric, around July, August. So things could start moving fast as we get towards the end of summer as well. I'm wondering, do you work in a school setting, or is there something with school, or like, because it's kind of lining up with school dates, it feels like, or a specific time frame of some sort. Um, Five of Materials shows up, connected to work, job, routine, self improvement. Five of Materials is a card of not necessarily being where you want to be. And feeling a sense, maybe a little bit of hopelessness, of a little bit of, oh my God, am I ever going to get back to where I used to be, or am I ever going to get to where I want to be? Energy based on your current trajectory. So this tells me that you worry sometimes, lyric, about is whether or not your current trajectory is on track for taking you to where you ultimately want to be, or is it on track for taking you to a place of settling? It literally, Spirit is showing me like someone going on a journey across the sea on a boat, and it's like, you're heading towards your exact destination, and you either get there or you get lost and end up on a deserted island. Like, it's like you're hoping the latter doesn't happen to you. You're hoping you don't, embark on a new journey and end up on a deserted island, metaphorically speaking. Like, that's the way Spirit is showing me. But I get the Nine of Materials. I don't think you're poised for failure. Lyric. I don't get that energy. I think part of its glow up is building your confidence, is building your sense of self and self actualization. That energy of, I can achieve this, I can do this, right? I'm built for this. That self actualization energy. You're helping yourself self actualize, right? self activate, right? Temperance card shows up, connected to change, transformation, endings, letting go, moving on, healing. You're definitely in a period of healing, and you're healing from now up until October, November. By the time you get to October, November, something is going to become very clear to you, particularly in terms of, once again, trajectory, direction, change, transformation. The Chariot. Ooh, ciao. Fall also feels like a good time for you, also, Lyric. This is connected to travel, movement, relocation, moving forward with a new concept, a new idea, or moving forward with um committing to some sort of change in a new direction of some sort once again. All right. Moving towards freedom. So I feel like September, October, November are going to be great dates for you in terms of movement, awareness, self-actualization. Lyric. I do get the page of materials showing up facing the chariot card. So I feel like certain people from your past may start to feel like, especially by the end of the year, that they're losing you. This could also be family. Um or someone from the past once again. The Hierophant shows up, connected to unexpected changes, connected to social networking. Ooh, Lyric, you kind of have an energy vampire around you. Definitely invest in cleansing. Cleansing bath, cleansing candle, cleansing spell. You know I do cleansing candles. You can also light your own, but I feel like you need to invest in cleansing, especially now, but also going into the new year. I want you to remember that. Cleansing for the new year. Lyric, period. All right. But your final card is the world card. So something is coming full circle. There's an ending of old cycles. There's a beginning of new cycles. All right. There's something about travel and relocation as well showing up for you, Lyric. So you're being poised for major changes, major transformations that are positive. But right now you don't see it. Right now you don't see how it could happen, and that's okay. You're still exactly where you need to be, right? And that's the tea. Drop the cards, right? Ooh, y'all live readings are on point tonight. Y'all live readings are on fire tonight, honey. Literally and figuratively. Let's get the final card for Lyric. Final card for Lyric. Give us clarity and insight. Y'all, we went 2 hours. What? That is crazy. It didn't feel like 2 hours. We literally went 2 hours on tonight's show, y'all. That's crazy. We haven't gone 2 hours in a minute, but this was a really good live reading. The collective readings were on point. This was a really good live. Last card for Lyric. Lyric, you got review and contemplation, also connected to the number 20. It says you review and contemplation. You've accomplished a great deal in your life and you know you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. Yes, Lyric, period. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all to who donated for live readings tonight. The live readings definitely hit tonight as they always do, period. And I really enjoyed y'all tonight. I am gonna sign off. As y'all know, I have been setting up a date, the entire live stream. And ironically, I'm still waiting to hear back from him. But child, either way, we had fun on this live. We spilled tea and we got a lot of insight and clarity. And that's really what truly matters the most, child. So I really appreciate y'all. All right, in the messages tonight. I will see you in your own personal reading or connect with you behind the scenes, or I will see you in the next video. And by the way, if anyone wants to book a personal reading, let me show you my website. This is my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down and read reviews. Of course, you can also email me if you would like. Hold on. You can also scroll down and email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Text me at 703-791-9162. Definitely check out my reviews as well. And if you would like a reading, go directly to the store section. This is where you can go to view everything I offer. I offer quite a few different options. I offer email readings, video recorded readings, phone readings, including 15-minute, 30-minute, hour-long phone readings. I also offer candles, protection, open roads, cleansing, success in finances, success in love candles. I also offer individual birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, as well as 12-month ahead predictive transit birth chart readings. I also offer mediumship readings, handmade evil eye bracelets, custom candles, past life readings, candles with Cleopatra, tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual development classes, as well as astrocartography readings, and so much more. If you all would be interested in any of these things, then definitely check out my website, Lamarr